A very warm welcome this evening, guys. Welcome to the channel. Tonight we're in the United States, where we're going to be doing a flight from JFK in New York. Then we're going to be flying to Ronald Reagan in Washington with Delta Airlines. A lovely livery in the Boeing 737. Flight time's around just an hour as we make our way through, and then we'll be able to get out of here and leave the gate as we make our ascent from runway 04 left. Don't forget to like and subscribe, leave your comments down below, guys, and now we've said all that and done, we can now get into the cockpit and start the aircraft up. Okay, so right now we're in the Boeing 737-800 and we're going to go ahead and set the aircraft up. So what we can do is put our battery on and guarded standby power on, and ground power's on already. So we'll go to bat and ground power. Once we've done that, we can then get the APU started, as we're going to get out of here pretty shifty. Put our emergency lights to armed, tell cabin crew to come in. We can also put our fasten seat belts on as well, as it is not very nice outside today. So we'll put our packs all on and put our probe heats. We'll go ahead and put our trim, get our packs on as well, and then wait for the APU bleed. Put our departure going for 320. See if we can get away from them clouds, and runway elevation is 50, so that's all good, said and done. Can also set the IRS now. Once that's done, we'll then put the yaw damper on. So we'll go into the FMC now, and we can also find out the weather as well, which we'll do. So Kilo Juliet Foxtrot Kilo. Okay, so we'll put that in. Then we'll go back to our ATIS, where we'll get the frequency. So Kilo JFK. Okay, send that off. Go into our route now. And our arrival is Kilo Delta Charlie Alpha. And for our departure, we're departing direct to Wavy from runway 04 left. So we're going to go direct to Wavy, and then from Wavy we're going to go to MJ, and then we're going to take the Juliet 174, which will then take us to Zizi. And then from Zizi we're going direct to Alpha Tango Romeo, which is the VOR, and then Laughlin, and then we're going to come in for our arrival. As I've got the charts here, we're going to take the Laughlin Tango Romeo, if it's there, is the Delay Echo 2. And we're going to transition at Laughlin for the ILS on runway 01. Okay, so that's all good. So we can go ahead and activate that. We'll go into our Perth reserve of 1. We've got a cost today of 75. We'll go for 300. Okay, we'll execute that. We'll change that to 300. We'll switch over onto the gen, put the APU gen on as well. So M1 limit, let's go ahead and do that. We are heavy, so we are going to take full power. Let's go into our ATIS to see what the ATIS is saying. 00000. Now I know that's not true, as I've already set the weather. I've seen it on the real weather. So we're going to go flaps 10, which gives us a 143, 144 and a 152. So we'll go 152 and flight level 300. There we go. Turn out. Okay, so QNH is 1001. We'll go ahead and do that on the first officer's side. Which is all set. Let's turn this panel light on as well. There we go. Okay, so switch the gens over. Now we can turn our electrics on. We can turn the packs off, get the APU bleed on, and we can start our fuel pumps. We can turn our strobes to steady, and collision light can go on, and now we can call the tug.
Ground to cockpit, tow is driving up.
Okay, so the tow's now driving up. Might as well put our window wipers on. Got the buttons set so I can get them to go down all together or all at the same time. Okay, so here comes the tug. We're all set to go.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
Okay, so he's ready to connect. Nothing's changed there for the speeds. So we're just waiting for our guy to connect us up, and then we will get the hell out of here. Should be a nice rocky departure, as the weather's not very nice today, as we can see.
Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Okay, so we'll set the auto brakes to RTO, and now we're going to release the parking brake, and we'll go ahead and start the engines.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Okay, so we'll go ahead and start engine number 2. Okay, so we'll go ahead and start engine number 1. We can go ahead and set the parking brake, which is set.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Okay, so we're just waiting for the tow to move, so we'll turn our taxi lights on. We can put our packs. We'll drop our flaps 5.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the right. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
So our flaps 10. Okay, so we're all ready to go. I've got our taxi charts for us to roll out from, so we're at Terminal 2 right now. And the way we're going to go is we are going to come out of Lima Alpha, cross over and turn left onto Bravo, then a right onto Kilo, and then we'll turn onto the Kilo 1 hold, which will take us to 4 left. Okay, so let's release the parking brake and let's start throttling up. Got 100% N1 today. So we're going to taxi on out of Lima Alpha, which will then make us turn left at Bravo. I do like the Environment HD. It's actually not bad. It's actually not a bad app. I find it's better looking in America than some of the airports in the UK. It's a little bit patchy. So we're gonna now taxi on out and turn a left at Bravo. As you can see, we can't see nothing, but this is Bravo. Okay, so we're just going to taxi on down now. It's a little bit windy, a little bit rocky. It's not very nice at all. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just slow the aircraft down a little bit. There we go. Right, now what I want to do, if we can time this right without us veering off, I just want to turn the dim lights on too bright. There we go, that'll just give us not very much difference, but just a little bit more light in the cockpit. So right now we are going to turn a left onto Kilo when we get the chance. And we'll turn a right now. Then we'll turn a left onto Kilo Echo. Okay, then once we go up to Kilo Echo, we'll then go on Kilo 4, which we're on now, and then we're going to turn right and join back onto Kilo. Then we'll go down. Could have turned at Bravo and then got onto Kilo, which would have been the right way, but so make that right turn now onto Kilo. Then we'll follow her down, and then we'll be ready to depart for runway 04 left. As you can see, it's going to be a wet, stormy arrival as we arrive into Washington. It's got some lovely scenery over there though, as I did do a plane spot in a video down there, which was quite nice. Okay, so this turning right here is turning for Kilo 3. We're going to continue going straight down. We'll go for Kilo 1. So there's a Kilo 2 turn off. We're going to go down for Kilo 1. Okay, so make that left turn now for Kilo 1. Okay, so once we just line up here, we'll turn on our strobes. So what we can do is we can quickly turn our strobes on, our wing and wheel well, landing lights, runway turn-offs and taxis can go off.
Okay, the cabin is secured. Have a good flight.
Thank you very much. So here we are now, runway 04 left. So once we line up, so we'll take every inch of the runway that we've got. Okay, so put on our brakes. Just wanted to go into the FMC. Yeah, we did have flaps 10, which is fine. So our landing lights are on. Here we go, guys. Trim down a little. We've got auto brake RTO. We just need to go ahead and arm the we'll turn on the LNAV as we go out. That could actually be, yeah. Okay, so we're ready to go. Clock started. Let's release the parking brake and we'll go 40%. And toga. Okay, a little bit of wind right now. Just kicking into the cockpit.
knots.
Check.
E1, rotate.
Rotate.
Positive brake.
Gear up. Check. Okay, so what we can do now is turn the LNAV on so we get full flight director, and now we can make that right turn towards Wavy.
1000.
Check. Okay, so just make that right turn. Go to flaps 1. And we can turn the auto brakes off now. There we go. So let's not go over at 230 as now we'll increase up once we go past that speed restriction. Okay, so it's going to get a bit mad now. There's our weather. Oh boy. Here we go. Manual flying. Let's see what we can do. Try to keep as stable as possible. Rather do a bit of manual flying out, as it gives me a feel of the aircraft, and especially in weather like this, which isn't very nice at all. The weather's only going to get worse as we go into the red area, so just lift up a little to come back down. If you could see the yoke right now, or the joystick, it's going every which way direction now just to keep it stable as we try and stay with the flight director. So we're just making a slight left turn. It's going to start getting crazy in a second. So just keep control of the aircraft now. Just try and input its input. As you can see now, it's getting very out of control. Still try and hold it. Not going to activate the autopilot yet. We're in the yellow, so it hasn't even got badge yet, which I'm waiting to see. So we climbed through 7,300. Turbulence is immense. The passengers must be fearing for their lives right now. But I have control. Still have control. Still trying to hold that 230. So we're staying on the flight director. Seems to be going quite well. We'll wait till we fly through the clouds. Then once we hit the clouds, then we'll turn the autopilot on. So this will be a manual fly out. So you guys can let me know how I did on holding the flight director and our speed coming out. Here we go. Looks like we're going to be coming out of it a little. Turbulence is going to get a little bit more. Just hold it, keep it stable. Still manual flying. Turn off our window wipers just in case we need to put them back on. Okay, we are going to fly through a pretty rough patch in just a minute. Keeping control of the flight director still. We're over 10,000, so what we can do now is we can turn our landing lights off, as it's going to get a whole lot worse. Still going to fly it manually, so I want to just fill the aircraft. So no autopilot yet. That's just the wind.
Just above your head, and we'd like to remind you that this is a strictly non-smoking flight, and also it's fitted with smoke detectors. We invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy your flight with us.
And I don't think they're going to sit back and relax with this going on, but seems alright. We're going into the red zone now. So pitch down a little just to keep the speed, as we will now go up to 250. There we go. Just keep it okay. Little right correction. And now I think we are through the worst of it, because that was pretty crazy. These little bumps now feel like nothing compared to what was just going on. So still manually on the flight director now, passing through 14,000 feet. Going back to the 230. Let's have a look and see what's like going on. 300 and 300. Can turn our wheel light off. We don't need our logo as we are in the daytime. So to our top of descent, we are 15:59. So in around another 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes, we'll just have a look on here, see where our top of descent is. Okay, so let's go and get the step up and we'll have a proper look at the map. Okay, so there we are at Wavy. Once we get to Wavy, we'll then go to MJ, and then from MJ we'll go all the way around till we get to Laughlin, which is the start of our star.
Escobar, this is in regards to a special meal. Would you please identify yourself to a flight attendant? Passenger Escobar, please.
Okay, so we'll turn the QNHs back to standard now. So just making our way to the 300, to be honest. Having a look. So there's our top of descent. Turn our weather back on. Okay guys, so don't forget to like and subscribe. It's time for our takeoff cinematics. Hope you enjoy it, and I'll be back in just a sec when we come down for that bumpy, rocky arrival into Ronald Reagan in Washington. So I'll see you all guys in a second. Hi guys, welcome back to the flight deck. As you can see, we are in very turbulent weather and we are just about to make our left turn to then start our top of descent. So if we go into our legs, we have a look. We need to be at 2,500. That's when we're going to intercept for the ILS, as I've got the charts anyway, so it's just confirming 2,500 for 3-degree glide path. So let's put that down to 2,500 now, which is checked. What we can also do before things get rocky, put auto brake number 2. We'll set up our flap setting, which is going to be a 147, and we'll put a +8 onto that. So +08. We start our descent down. We'll go to 255 by the time we get to ATR VOR, and then once we've done that, what I just want to do quick is just want to go back into plan, and I just want to have a look at the arrivals. So at Mitri, the one that we need to get rid of is the Vector, and then we can go straight to there. So we just click that, and then we'll go Catherine to Mitty, and that is all done. Now we've got our turn onto the runway all configured. So then once we get to Terza, then go to Hitek, then Mitty, and then make that right turn to Katrin, and then we'll come down Baden, and then we'll be on the runway for 01, which is all good. So we'll put that back to map. Weather right now is quite bad, as you can see. So top of descent coming, we are going to slow to 240. So put that to 240. So get the aircraft all prepared, ready to slow down. Check the barrow for the airport, which is 220 for the ILS, so we'll go ahead and do that now. $220. And we'll go do the 220 here as well. Okay, go into the FMC, we've got the speed brakes open. Get our ATIS as well. So we'll go Kilo Delta Charlie Alpha. Send that off. Wait for that to come back. You see, weather is really bad right now. So it should make for a really rocky arrival, and we'll see what I can do, if I can get it down nice and smooth, or if we flunk it. So I'll keep the weather off for now, as we kind of know it's going to start getting pretty bad as we come down. So we're near our 240 speed. The ATIS should be ready now. Okay, so the QNH is 1000. Okay, 1000. Can be quite fiddly when doing it with turbulence. 1000. Now That's all set as well. So we've got our barrows set, we've got our QNHs set as well. Can let our speed brakes in. Going for a +8 on our landing speed. You see the weather is horrible right now. So we'll put the seatbelt signs back on and we'll do our descent checklist.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has switched on the fasten seatbelt sign. We'd like to ask you to return to your seats and ensure your seatbelts are securely fastened. There should be no more further walking or standing in the cabin aisle, and the use of the toilets is no longer permitted. Thank you.
Okay, so cabin crew have just told the passengers that they are needing to put their seatbelts back on. So, for our descent, engine start switches can go to continuous, which is checked, and landing lights under 10,000 to be on, and we'll do that once we get under 10,000. So what we can do is do the frequency for the airport, which is 10990, and we can light up the cockpit. There we go. So we need a 10990, and we can keep that armed, and we need a 10990, and we'll keep that armed as well, and the course that would intercept is 006. Put the QNHs back down now. There we go. Can be a bit fiddly. Go ahead and check quick what you got. Okay, 1000, and we've got a 06 course. And we'll go ahead and do it on this side as well. There's a 6 course, which is set. Okay, so we're just coming down now. Got our barrows set. We've also got our VREV set as well. And you see the weather is horrible, absolutely disgraceful today. So it should be really fun to come in. Let's just bear into the clouds. We'll turn our wipers on if we do get the rain as we come down into our lovely Ronald Reagan Airport. So we're going for a speed of, got 147 there, and we're coming in for a 155. Okay, so we'll just watch the aircraft now.
Bank angle, bank angle.
As you see, the aircraft really doesn't like this weather. But we're going to follow it through anyway. So we're under 10,000 now. Go ahead and knock our landing lights on. Got our logo on now. Got our wheel well. And our taxi's on as well. So we're just passing through 10,000 now. So what we can do is we can start our approach procedure, which is altimeter setting is set, QNH. Altitude approach, which is set 2,500. The ILS course frequency is not set. Let's see how far out we are. Suppose we could activate it now. Okay, so ILS frequency is set with the course of 06. Got our V-card approach speed rev, which is set at 147, and we're going to do a +10, a +8 of 155. Minimum sparrow is set for our minimum decision height of 200, and we've got our flaps, speed brakes, and auto brake is set at number 2. We'll set our flaps down as we get closer, and then we've got our landing gear and our taxi lights to auto. So that is the sequence, which is all done now. So at the moment we've got tailwind. And we're just staying at 10,000. So we'll sit at 10,000 now until we get to billet. And then once we get to Dell, then we'll start descending at Terza for below 8,000. And then we get to Mitty for 5, and then Katrin for our start of our ILS. Okay, so we are going to fly into some bad weather again. Just start getting back on course. Going to go direct to Yak. And we'll start making our descent from 10,000. Give us a 245. So we'll just tell the cabin to get ready for landing. Okay, as we've just broken out the clouds. I will go back to our 240. Make that left turn now. Now we'll allow it to go full bank. And now we'll start the descent. Okay, so now let's get the aircraft all set up ready for our arrival. So we'll go 240 until we get to Mitty, which is where we're going to make our right turn, which is then we'll slow to 220 and start getting the aircraft configured for our arrival. Should be a very nice one in. It's rocky, it's nice weather, and that's just how we want it. Okay, so passing through 8,000 now. Got our QNH, which is already set. Our barrow's set. We've got our speed brake, which is number 2 on the auto brake, and our speed brake is now being stowed, and we'll keep that armed. We'll wait until the localizer comes down onto the left, and then we can activate the VOR lock. And just to give us a bit of a heads up, we'll slow down to 250 now. Going through 7,700 now. Okay, so just going into that left turn, filling that right, And then once we get to Mitty, we'll go to 228. We're at 225, so that's fine when we intercept. And then we'll slow to 195, 167, and start getting our flaps down. So there's the left turn. We'll wait until we do the right turn from Mitty, and then we'll activate the VOR lock, just so we know that the VOR lock isn't going to activate before. So we're just descending through 6008 now. Glide slope is now coming to view as we're just descending down, ready to make that right turn. So 228 on the right, we're at 225, which is fine. We're going for a 155. Flaps 40. Just waiting for that right turn as the glide slope's now coming up. Okay, so now we're going to make our way towards the airport. Okay, so now we're in that right turn as we come round for Washington. Slow down to 195. Drop flaps 1. It's just the aircraft trying to get the speed. Okay, so what we do is put the VOR lock on. As we'll wait for that. Go down to flaps 5. And we'll turn on our courses. Okay, so we've got the VOR lock on. We can now turn the approach on. Okay, so just getting the VOR to re-establish itself. We're going to go down for 2,500, which is set. Once the glide slope switches over, then we'll go down even further, down to flaps 10.
1,000 to go.
And we'll slow right down now. Okay, so there's the airport. So we'll go flaps 15. And we'll drop our gear. Okay. We'll level off at 2,500. Okay, so we're just waiting for the gear to go down.
$2,500.
Keep that on. Okay, there we go. Didn't see the 3 green, got 3 green now. Okay, so drop our flaps 25. Still just waiting for the glide slope. There's our 155. All the speed revs as we go down to flaps 30. Glide slope's now coming into play. times 40. Okay, so now the aircraft's on the glide slope. Our missed approach altitude is 2000, which is set. Okay, so now we're coming in. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to release the autopilot and the auto throttles. So now I have control. Okay, so coming down now on the glide path. It's got a little bit of wind to the left. Okay, so let's just go and capture the glide path. Okay, just minor correction. So we've got gear down, 3 green. Our speed brakes are armed.
1,000 feet, stabilized, Mr. Perch altitude.
We've got our barrow, which is set. Keeping it nice and stable as we come down.
Approaching minimums. 200. Minimums.
Continue.
Flight slow. Flight
100.
That's
Flight
fine.
slow. Flight slow.
50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Okay. Speed brakes are up, reversers are active. Okay, just passing through under 90 knots now.
80 knots.
So. And there we are, guys, down in Ronald Reagan, Washington. Hope you enjoyed the landing. Get ready for our landing cinematics. So let's go ahead and turn our runway turn-offs off. Our runway landing lights can go off. Our taxi lights can stay on. Everything can be cool there. We'll put our strobes on. We're going to be going to Terminal B. So let's go ahead and get the APU started up like so. And now let's get ready for the landing cinematics. So I'll see you all in a minute. And there we are, guys, down in Ronald Reagan Airport for tonight's flight. Hope you had a great time. Don't forget to like and subscribe and leave your comments down below. And don't forget to share it also. And I'll see you all again very soon for the next flight, very, very soon. So, take care for now. Bye-bye.